As I speak to you today, our region is moving forward. Many visionaries are contributing to our success, and I believe that the cooperation throughout Northwest Indiana has never been better. Labor leaders and business leaders are working together. Local officials and state officials are improving the lines of communication and collaborating on projects that create jobs and invest in our communities for long-term growth. Organizations like One Region and the Northwest Indiana Forum are making outstanding contributions to our region's educational, economic, and cultural vitality. I am pleased with this cooperation and will continue to encourage it. I maintain that a long-term vision, a vision that looks at Northwest Indiana's economy in 20, 30, or even 40 years, helps us to plan today to achieve a brighter tomorrow for the next generation. Over 100 years ago, our forebears built this region with a vision of a robust industrial base, and their success is visible in the steel mills and oil refineries that populate the Lake Michigan shoreline. Today, we must build on their achievements and enhance them by developing technologies that will ensure our success, not only in 2013, but in 2023, 2033, and 2043. It all starts with steel. Steel is the bedrock of our economy here in Northwest Indiana. Our economy was forged in the furnaces of the great factories that arose in our region over a century ago. Yet today, steel faces threats from countries that manipulate their currencies, subject their workers to dismal workplaces, and conduct outright industrial espionage. I testified before the International Trade Commission 5 times in the previous Congress to protect our steel and manufacturing jobs, and I will return again to urge this administration to protect our workers. But we shouldn't wait for Washington. We can act today at home by leveraging cutting-edge technologies to reduce the energy used in manufacturing, which in turn cuts costs and preserves jobs. I worked with Purdue University Calumet to invest $8 million in federal monies to create a sophisticated computational and visualization center. The success of this center is evidenced by ArcelorMittal, which used it to revamp its center cooler, saving the company from spending $20 million on a new cooler, meaning more jobs for us. However, all the technology in the world won't make a difference if our families and industries lack certainty about the long-term fiscal policy of the federal government. As you may know, I was one of 16 Democrats to oppose the legislation passed on January 1st. The bill punted some of our most important budget and tax issues to the middle of this year, while adding $3.9 trillion to the national debt. Our families deserve better, and you can rest assured that I will continue urging my colleagues to develop a long-term, comprehensive solution to bring our budget into balance. We were able to do it in the 1990s. We need to do it again. I remain optimistic that our leaders will come to an agreement. In the past Congress, I joined 101 other members from both parties in signing a letter demanding meaningful debt reduction over the next 10 years. Our fiscal working group began small, but it grows each day as more of our elected leaders choose the future of our country over the future of their parties. The best fiscal deal will require tough, politically sensitive choices to be made. I am ready to make them for the sake of the next generation. I once wrote that in Northwest Indiana, opportunity was created by a generation with a vision of the future, a generation that relished in taking risks. A new prosperity in our region will begin and end with our willingness to take risks, to challenge old ways of thinking, and encourage a new cooperation. It will take a shared commitment to invent and innovate our way out of our biggest problems and a shared recognition that what is good for one city or town is good for all.